My TV says I am live. It says you are live, actually. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning. Not quite afternoon yet, but thank you all for being here. I believe we are actually live now. I'm just going to reset my phone here to ensure and see on my end that it just popped up on YouTube saying we're live. So, good morning, and thank you all for being here. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope you can see me okay. I don't know what's up with my phone right now. Make sure this is going properly. Let's see. It's not playing on my phone. I don't know why. Good morning, Justin. Let's see, come on. Let's see, it says I'm live. Ah, it is working. Very nice, very nice. All right, I'm going to scroll to the top of the chat right here, real quick. 5 Mile, Relic Hunter, good morning. Thank you for being here. Wildman Digging. LL, keep digging. Thank you for being here as well. Johnny Smallpepper, good morning. Colonel, how you doing? Good morning to you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. Jody, good morning. Good morning. Jim Cloak, three good nerds. Uh, 513 Digs in the house. Get to digging. Good morning. And yeah, we're all here. So Bud Files is here. Digging Duo. Good morning, Mike. Thank you all for being here. We didn't have, well, we had some videos. We had some footage for today, but Brian wasn't feeling very good all week. I was super busy with work and soccer and everything else. So come kind of last minute real quick, I said, you know what? Oh, shoot. Thank you, Get to Digging. I didn't realize that. Oh, man. Um, yeah, because you know why? Because I made it yesterday. So I think yesterday was an audio issue. Oh, man. Let me see what's going on with the mic. Can you not hear, or let me see? Is it cut? Mic. Can you not hear, or is that better by chance? Can you not hear, or is that better by chance? It's better now. Okay, I'm trying to see on my end too, but I don't have my phone too loud because sometimes that will affect it as well. Um, but if that's better now, then that's excellent. All right, maybe it was something else that was going on, but I think we cleared it up quick. So thank you for that. Um, Often, obviously, I can't hear it on my end unless I'm actually listening to it. I wasn't listening, so out digging, nice, nice, Mike. Digging duos, out digging, good. Go save some history, my brother. Have fun. I hope you're doing well. I know it's a beautiful day here outside right now. Sun just started shining. We got a lot of rain the past couple of days, so this is good. It's good for the ground, good for the soil, for conductivity, and then a little bit of sunshine now. So hopefully it should be going pretty well for you. Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. We got Silver Assassin in the house. Good morning, brother. Um, yeah, so like I said, we had footage. We went out digging. I didn't really put anything together. I started to. Sebastian, hola, good morning, bon dia. Um, we, like I said, Brian wasn't feeling good all week. I just didn't put anything together. I was busy. My kid, I know, only three K, man. It took me a long time to get here, but I'm pumped. It's awesome. um, you know, thank you so much. We So rather than scrambling last minute and just slamming a video together, with the Memorial Day weekend here and everything, we decided, hey, you know what? Let's just everyone could take the weekend off. We'll all chill. And I got stuff to do. There's always something to do around the house and this and that. But I figured might as well go live for an hour or so and hang out and in celebration of reaching 3,000 subscribers that we hit this week. So obviously I can't do it without you guys, Can't do it without you guys. So I really appreciate it. Let me see something here. Get this. I'm going to do a couple giveaways here. I'll let you know what that is in a moment. Of course, it is good morning, Wendy. I don't ship out of. Why is my phone's like acting really weird this morning? It's kind of bizarre. I don't ship out of the United States, unfortunately. It's just too darn expensive. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to. But let's see. Sebastian. Moderator. There we go. All right. Now I was in the right thing here. Trainer Glenn, what's going on, my brother? Good morning, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Thank you, Phil. I really appreciate that. The Savannah Bananas at Kansas. Nice. Very cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. Volunteering at the museum today. That is so cool. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we'll be out this weekend. I do have, hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. I don't know what everyone has planned, here in the United States for Memorial Day. I'm going to go to my brother's house. We're going to get some, have some barbecue and enjoy a great day with the family. So, we're, I don't know. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I'm going to get up early and go digging with Brian and Tyler, and we're going to go hit some cellar holes like we've been hitting. It's been awesome. It's been great. I know it's been a long time since I've seen Get to Digging. Absolutely, brother. I know I've been watching some of your videos here and there too, popping in. I mean, I try to. There's so many channels, so many amazing people, so much good stuff out there, great content. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, brother. It's tough. I mean, I try to watch everybody that we can, but it's just impossible. And sometimes I go back to channels and then I'll binge watch a few videos, that kind of stuff. So good morning, Jeff. And I try to do the best I can. I think we all kind of do with that. And I've seen plenty of Brandon's other videos. So it's just tough to keep up with everything. But Sam, good morning, brother. Thank you for being here. Bizarra, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for your support. It's just finished my second cup. Actually, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee right now. But we've been, Tyler, Brian, and I, especially Tyler a lot, has been doing a ton of research on cellar holes in our area, trying to find the old stuff. That's what we really love, the old stuff. Partially why we don't really go to beaches, although there's old beaches around us. And, I know I've heard of some areas where people pull out shoe buckles and cool old stuff. Get to digging. I know that's awesome, dude. It's good. It's good to have a little change of pace sometimes, and sometimes we all need that. You put a lot of time into going out, creating content, making videos, and sometimes we all need a break from a certain thing. It can take a toll on you for sure at times, and you need to step away, do something different, and it's good for everyone mentally. And it's fun to do other stuff as well. So, like you said, not just metal detecting, but other hobbies. I know you did a lot of stuff with cooking and grilling and stuff. I've seen some fantastic food and things you've done, all kinds of stuff. So that's great, brother. So yeah, we've been on the hunt, trying to find the old stuff, 1600 stuff, 1700 stuff, whatever. The older, the better for us. Thank you so much. Definitely give this video a thumbs up. Helps the algorithm, helps push it. Variety is the spice of life. Indeed, Biz. Yeah. No, I hear that, brother. I hear that, and you know, it's we're glad to be able to have you still here with us and doing the best we can. You know, and we got Jim Close getting ready to hit the beach. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good luck to you, Jim. And got Josh in the house. Good morning, brother. Um, yeah, so we we've been doing pretty good. It's been a lot of tough bushwhacking through the woods, getting cut up with thorns all the time, and that's a good little slash I had. But you know, you know, Tyler was out this weekend doing some scouting and checking some, and he, you know, sent us some pictures of his battle wounds and scratches from thorns all over his hands, and it's just some of the stuff we go through to find some history is a lot of work, but we do enjoy it. It's nice, you know. Yeah, yeah, dude. It is. It's tough, and you know, it sucks to think that, you know, something so quick can change your life very drastically and very fast. Definitely lucky to still have you here, and I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Definitely. Love the start of drop season at the beach. It is. It's that time of year now. You know, between people starting to go hit the beaches for fishing, the warm weather's coming. Little warmer for you where you are, of course, than here. Vacation season, all that kind of stuff. But it's right now. It's well, today's a beautiful day here, but it's been 50s like the past 4 days here. It's been chilly actually, especially considering we've already had 78-degree days, and then it dropped back down to 50s and like 42 at night. So it's been a little change of pace here in Massachusetts. Full half. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. 513. Travis going back to the honey house this weekend. You've been crushing it. And another 1820 house. That's awesome. He's been finding some amazing stuff at that honey house. It's been really good to him. It's been awesome. I love that. Trevor always sends me messages and pictures and stuff on Facebook. And I love that. I love it. I think it's awesome. I love seeing the stuff that you find. And you know, a few other people do as well. It's just fun. So much for the sun here in Dighton. Yeah. The animals is getting cloudy over there. It's been like on and off this morning. It was right as I was getting ready for the stream, it was starting to get you know, pretty sunny out. I was like, ooh, that's pretty good. But yeah, it's been tough. I think it's supposed to be cloudy overall. Tomorrow's supposed to be a cloudy day, but at least it's warming up. We're getting there. We're getting there. In another month, we're going to be wishing it was cooler. You know. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for popping in. And you're very welcome, Trevor. Absolutely, brother. Oh, that's a bummer, Josh. That's a bummer. Yeah, car issues are the worst, man. It stinks because, you know, we obviously need our vehicles and we rely on that to get everywhere, to work, to the store, to treasure hunting, all that stuff. So thanks so much, Brandon. I really appreciate that, brother. Really do. Yeah, so I'm going to pop this up on the screen real quick. And just to show, we've got, this is the names we have for, I think there's 18. 18 members of the channel. I'm going to do a couple member giveaways, and then we're going to do a giveaway for the stream for everybody who's coming in today. I will send out some stickers. Let me remove this again. I'll send out some stickers, and I'll show you what's getting given away here. So for the members, I'm going to give away a copper round to somebody. It's a Peace Dollar copper round, as well as a silver Washington quarter, and then we're also going to be giving some stickers there too. So I could absolutely do that, Brandon, depending on what's going on. Absolutely. Yep. I love doing that kind of stuff, man. So that will be for one of the members. That will be one of the members. Where did this go? That went by quick. I need to join your Silver City Club. I work second shift every Friday though. Yeah, it's tough obviously to get there, but we could definitely work something out. Absolutely. Dude, I will get you after Sebastian. Absolutely. I think I'm subscribed, but if I'm not, I'll make sure I head over there. Definitely very important. I really, love seeing the support and people sharing each other's channels, subscribing to each other's channels, everybody checking everybody else out. It's, especially when you're in different parts of the United States, different parts of the world. You see a lot of cool things come up that, we don't see everywhere and every day in our normal places. So thank you so much, Grandma Kelly. I appreciate that. That's all right, Marty. I appreciate you stopping by in the first place. It's even just to stop by and say hi means a lot to me. All right, just to pop in and be here. I really, really truly appreciate it. And then we'll do another member giveaway with a Walking Liberty Cup around and another silver Washington quarter. This one's got a little bit of toning on it. So we have that. And like I said, there'll be stickers to go with those as well. And then one for the chat for everybody. I'm going to give away this Indian head scent copper round, 1877. That's the one we're all looking for, right? And then I have a silver Roosevelt dime. And this is actually one that I dug here. So this is out of Massachusetts soil. And some stickers there as well. So we'll definitely be doing some giveaways here in return for my appreciation. And at some time in the future, I will set up a live a little more ahead of time. And we'll be maybe next month or something. We'll be doing some more giveaways. And I actually have an AccuPoint pinpointer that I'm going to be giving away as well. I just smacked the microphone on my wrist, hopefully. So yeah, we'll be giving away a pinpointer, probably in the next month or so, roughly. I'll try to, this was like kind of a, a last minute live that I decided to do. We were not going to do any videos this weekend. So we were going to take the whole weekend off. And then I decided last night, I said, you know what? I'm going to just go live for a little bit. We're going to hang out, have some fun. I try to go live once a month, and I've been so busy with soccer during this season, soccer season, between practice and games and everything else. There's a lot going on, clearly, with still, my regular work and family time and everything else. So just busy life we all have for sure. So I appreciate you all being here and showing your support and coming in, because I know we're all busy. And, for you all to take the time out of your day to come hang out here means a lot to me, as well as just watching videos in general. Whether you watch it on Silver City Saturdays in the morning or you come back later on during the week and watch it, it's all great. So I really appreciate it. I know, right? Right. I actually think I have a spare for him if he wanted to, but he does have one too. But he switched back to the Mind Lab for a little bit. That's funny. Click that. I do love the AccuPoint pinpointer, actually. I love the fact that it detects ferrous and non-ferrous. Although sometimes you get items that are mixed in the hole. I mean, you still have to dig them out, but it's interesting and cool in a way that you can pinpoint stuff and go, all right, this is definitely iron here. Sometimes you get that iron out of the way and you stick the pinpointer back in and it sounds non-ferrous. And you're like, oh, there is something good here. It's absolutely right. Yeah, I used the Garrett pinpointer for many, many years, for a long time. It's a good pinpointer for sure. And obviously with Noto equipment, the AccuPoint connects to our headphones Bluetooth. So, I don't always take advantage of that. I'm not always in a place where I need to have it in my headphones, but it's a great thing to have. Some people have to have it. But I like it. I like the sensitivity on it. I like the way it works. I have been enjoying it. helps with those old homesteads. It does indeed. Yeah. The charge does last forever, Sam. Oh my gosh, you're so right about that. I don't even. Actually, I should probably charge mine because it's been like a month or more since I've charged mine. It does last forever, and the headphones too. The Nokta headphones. So many times I go to use them on a hunt, and they're already on, and I'm like, they've been on in my car for a week now, and I turn it off, turn it back on, I connect it to the machine, and I'm digging all day without any issues. So it's crazy. Yeah, the pulse dive is a nice one too. I had that, but I know the buttons. They're a little weird sometimes when I'm using them. I used to hit the buttons on accident and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yep. The pulse dive with the simplex setup did the same similar stuff as well. Yeah. Brian saying hello, 2513. Good morning. Let me see. I'm going to. Same here, works great. I got a message here from my wife. Oh, she's asking me to send her pictures of something real quick. I might have to take a 2-minute hiatus here and come right back just to send her a picture of something she needs for work here. But let's do this real quick. In the meantime, I'm going to remove this. Oh, I want to remove that. I'm going to stop that screen. I'm going to add a different one here. This one here. We're going to share this, and I'll do the chat giveaway. No, Danimals. She's a veterinary tech, and we have like flea and tick medication, and she's got somebody at work to make an order. She wants to see what we have basically for our inventory for all of our pets. Hashtag 3K. This will be for the chat giveaway. This is for everybody in the chat. Whether you're a member or non-member, it's for everybody in the chat. This is going to be for the Copper Round Indian and Silver Dime and some stickers as well. I got to dig out the stickers. I have one right here. It's like a big bumper sticker. So give me 2 minutes. Everybody hashtag 3K for me to get into that. I'll be right back. All right. Wasn't too bad. I just had to send her pictures of. We have like a picnic basket that we have with all of the medication, all the flea and tick stuff in there. It's pretty important, obviously. Anybody who metal detects, especially in the woods here, around these areas of Massachusetts, there are ticks everywhere. I got very ill from one time, like almost deathly ill. I had to go to the hospital, and it happens, all too often, unfortunately, around here. Ticks are evil. They're awful. No good. Um, that's one thing that if we, could do away with, I don't think they do any good at all. Like, there's some nasty stuff like, spiders and things that, they still do good in certain ways. Ticks, I don't think they do any good. But having animals like we do and enjoying to go on hikes and stuff like that. We love to take our animals on hikes and, go through the woods. We need that stuff for our animals. And with my wife being a veterinary tech, she's very on top of that. So I guess they had somebody come into work and they're placing orders. So she needed to know what we had for our inventory and what we need to order for our cats and dogs. Yeah, it's not good at all, Tom. It's Lyme disease is awful. I didn't get Lyme disease. My dad does have it, but I got anaplasmosis, which is awful. And I honestly thought that I had COVID for a while. I had like 103-degree temperature. I was wicked sick, and I woke up one morning after like 3 or 4 days of being like that, and I had such a pain in my stomach because I could barely move when I woke up. Like literally, I'm not exaggerating. I was very bad, and my kidneys were shutting down on my liver or something. The doctor said, and it was from a tick bite. And he told me that the tick to transfer anaplasmosis is not so much like what does that say? It was not so much like Lyme disease that takes a little bit. Like a tick needs to be on you for like 24 hours. You can get anaplasmosis from a tick being on you for 1 hour. The doctor said. He's like, so if you're out for 4 hours hunting and a tick goes on you and he bites you and he's on there for an hour and falls off, and he can transfer that as long as it's got that disease to transfer, or whatever, that sickness. So terrible, terrible. Yeah, that's no good to animals, man. You got to get that look at. Got to get that look at. Yeah, the bullseye is not good. Yeah, that's awesome. A possum eat 2,000 ticks a day. Pfft, hook me up. I love to have a possum, dude. Yeah, that's not good to animals, dude. Take care of that, brother. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that's not good, Alicia. They're awful. They're awful. They're so little. We don't know that they're on there most of the time. Um, it's not good. No, nobody has time to get sick. Nobody has time for that stuff. Make sure you're hashtagging 3K. It looks like we have 17 entries. Yeah, we have 17 entries so far, and I think that's probably about right because we have 18 people it shows in chat. One of them's probably me from watching. So yeah, um, it's fantastic. I'll give a couple minutes just in case anyone else pops in or anything like that. But yeah, bullseye equals doctor for sure. You definitely want to get that checked out. It's sometimes it takes a little while. It's you actually usually takes a little while if you get bit by a tick and that happens and you get any of these sicknesses. I know it took me like almost a month before I showed symptoms of anaplasmosis. And the same thing with Lyme disease. Sometimes it takes a few weeks to a month, and then you start to get sick. So you got to take, if you think that you might have it or you got bit and you see something like that, definitely go to the doctors. Yeah, treat it if you catch it early. Exactly right, Jeff. That's what I was just getting you. You got to take some preventative measures before that so you could kind of nip it in the bud, catch it early. Yeah. Oh, wow. Sick 2 days later, but it passed. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't too bad of a thing then. And that's great. That's great. I mean, you could still get a ring around it or soreness or red marks. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have it. But you got to take the preventative precautionary measures for sure. Good morning, Gopher Bill. Thank you for being here. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. think I said hello to everybody, but if I didn't, you can yell at me. All right. Hashtag 3K. We're going to get this cracking. Tyler James in the house, just hashtagged as well. Thank you, Tyler, for being here. Appreciate it. Good morning. What did this say? 100 on me. That's crazy, Alicia. That's crazy. I had one time, this was a few years back, I don't know, probably 5 years back at least, and I went on lunch break at work. I used to have an hour lunch break, and I used to go out detecting every single day for like a half an hour during my lunch. And I went to this place in the woods that had an old cellar hole, and I was kind of scooting around at different places, and I must have stepped on a nest of ticks because I went digging. It got in my car, went to work, which was only like 3 minutes away. I got out of the car and I had ticks all over my legs. It was the same thing. It was like, I don't know, I probably had 50. I don't know if I had that many, but I probably had 30 to 50 ticks all over my legs. I was like, whoa. And I just started plucking them all off. But it was pretty crazy. I even went into the shop after and I grabbed the air hose and I like pulled up my pant legs. I was spraying air all over the place just in case there were any I missed. Hopefully they would come right off. Yeah. Yeah, you do. You constantly check yourself and it does. It freaks you out. Sometimes I think about it like my wife had two on her the other day. She went for a hike with a dog. She came back. She had two on. Oh, no, she didn't go for a hike. I'm sorry. She went to go play frisbee golf. She came back and she had two ticks on her. And although I wasn't like near anything that day, I all of a sudden I was like, every little thing, I was like, is that a tick? It's like, I feel like they're all over me now. Yes, there sure is. There sure is. Yes, you do. You get the creepy crawlies. That's exactly right. Tyler's asking, what is my most favorite find that I have found? I would like to say it's probably my diplomatic service button. Um, that's probably my most favorite find. This button right here. I'll see if I can blow this up, and then we'll get going on that giveaway for everybody. I would say would be, if I can get this thing to focus, would be this diplomatic service button. My camera's been acting up lately. I don't know why. But maybe I'll try a little different here, a little different approach. Come on, baby. But this diplomatic service button, 1797, Tachi to the Navy, U.S. diplomatic service button. Now oh man, I want a mass copper so bad. That is a button that is definitely very rare. I don't know. I think because Tyler found one, I don't know, like a couple weeks before that. It was a little different variety. There are, like I think there was 5 different variations, if I'm remembering correctly, and the one that I have has an anchor in the middle. I don't think the one he had has an anchor in the middle. There were different ones, but I believe even with all the varieties that there's only like a dozen or 15 of these things known to exist. I think that Tyler's was like number 12 or something like that, or 11 maybe. So then I found mine like a couple weeks after. Very cool button, especially for the location we found it on, and the people in diplomatic service that would have wore that, because it could have definitely been worn by someone like John Quincy Adams, who was, in the diplomatic service at that time, local to Boston area here. And that wasn't found very far from Boston area. And it was found in an area where there was like original footbridges and stuff. And very old land. So, I mean, just the stories I wish I knew. I could pinpoint exactly where it came from, but we just can't, of course, unfortunately. But no, that's very true, Yodi. Permethrin is like the best tick spray in the world. You spray it on your clothes, you let it sit on there, and then you put it on. But it is not good for cats. Not good for animals. It's very poisonous. That's the only reason why I've never bought in that stuff, because I do have 3 cats. I have 3 dogs, and I've always been very skeptical. I would hate for, uh, obviously I don't want to get sick from a tick bite, but I would hate for my cats to start dropping because I decided to use something like that. You know. What's up, Connor? How you doing? Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Gold flakes are awesome. That's fun. That's a good area to find that kind of stuff. No doubt about that. Joe, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming by. Thank you so very much. I know that's so crazy, Alicia. That's amazing stuff right there. That's amazing stuff right there. Um, get this back on here. Pop it on for a couple more minutes. Everybody hashtag 3K if you haven't already. And just let me see. Just put my little thing up here real quick. It is for US only. You have to be 18 or older, please, to receive anything. And then I will send out. There's my email as well, where you can email me any information. Let me get back into. Okay, there we go. That's awesome. Finding mass coppers in Maine. A four real in the same field. The 4 reals are super rare. That is so fantastic, brother. That is so fantastic. Holy cow. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one to beat, right? It's funny when you find stuff like that and then you're like, oh man, that might be my best find for the rest of my life. I've been dying to find a mouse copper. I don't know if it was like a month or so ago. I went out to go out to meet Brian and Tyler, and on my way out to the fields, they were already out there. Tyler messaged me a picture of a mouse copper he found. I was like, oh, no way. I was like, maybe like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes away from the place at that time, and it felt like it took 20 minutes to get there because in my mind the whole time I was like, I can't believe you found a mouse copper. I got to get to this field. Oh my God, it's amazing. That's a great thing. Heck yeah. I found like $30. Oh, it was fake. Oh, jeez. I actually went in the woods one time and I found a place. There was an old home site actually that was in the woods, and I went right on the edge of the woods to walk into this place, and there was like $35 of money like scattered around everywhere. I was like, whoa! I was like, that's pretty sweet. There's cash flowing around. All right, we got the 3K giveaway. Pardon me, going off in 60 seconds and counting. So 1 minute we're going to give to make sure everyone's hashtag 3K. If you have not, hashtag the 3K. That's awesome. Wow. I don't know. I don't find a whole lot of clad, to be honest with you. I don't really go into places that have a lot of clad. Obviously, I try to hunt old cellar holes and stuff like that. I go, into old farmlands. Clearly, I mean, I find, modern clad here and there. But I don't go to parks. I don't go to public parks that have them. I don't go to, tot lots or playgrounds and stuff to, I like old stuff, so I try to stay away from the modern stuff. I used to go to some modern parks that were near me in town shut down metal detecting altogether, so I don't go there anymore. That type of deal. But Yeah, yeah. And that's what I was. The parks that I used to go to, Alicia, were, I found 1,700 stuff in. Of course, there's a lot of modern stuff. I mean, there were times where I found tons of trash. There were times where I found modern change or modern silver rings and that type of stuff. There was all kinds of festivals at this park that I used to go to. But I used to go there and find oxen shoes too. I found my first skeleton key there. I found Indian head cents. My first $50 were pulled out of there. I found a Ben Franklin $50 there, and I found a Walking Liberty $50 that also had a silver Washington in the hole. And that place was great. I used to get a permit for that city. It was a city in New Bedford here in Massachusetts, and I used to get a permit every year. I think it was $5 or $10, and you were able to hunt all of the parks and beaches in that city. And I used to find all kinds of amazing stuff there. And then one year they decided to change the laws and they made it illegal. So you can't hunt there anymore. You can still hunt the beaches to a certain extent. Some of them that the town owns, they still don't allow you on. Certain private ones, they will kick you out of there. Which is unfortunate, but a lot of people were going in these places. They were digging holes. They were leaving holes behind, not filling them in. And that's when the town said, you know what? We're shutting it down. We're shutting it down. I know you do great in parks and tot lots and stuff, Yodi, man. Finding gold and silver and all kinds of cool stuff. Dude, you do a great job. Class rings. Yeah, I would love to find stuff like that, especially if I'm able to return stuff. That's always a good thing if you can. Um, yeah, 51 Benji. Yeah, that's a fantastic thing. Oh, really? Yeah, and I mean, if you can do that, that's a fantastic thing too. It does. You can't pay for itself for sure. That nice. Half times are awesome. That's so good. Dispatched. What's going on, brother? Thank you for being in here. Appreciate you swinging by. Yeah, that stinks too. Yeah, some of those towns they don't. You can't unfortunately. To 1800s farms. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good luck with those. All right. Hashtag 3K. If you haven't, now's the chance because you got about 30 seconds. We're going to pull the trigger on that. And once again, that is for an Indian cent copper round, as well as silver rosy dime and a sticker. At least one sticker. I think I have more. I got to look. I have stickers here and there, but I think I do have more. So, yeah, I'm going to get on that screen. We're going to hit this, and good luck to everybody. Hashtag 3K. And we're going to draw that right now in 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Let's see. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. You do have to be present. So if for some reason somebody gets picked that was here and not here, well, then we'll have to go back. Jeff Olson, I believe you are here. Congratulations, Jeff. Just give me a little here and let me know you're there, and then email me at this address or shoot me a message. You can shoot me a message on Facebook too as well, and we'll send that out to you as quick as possible. Sometimes I'm a little lackadaisical on shipping out, mostly because I'm very busy and my new job doesn't give me too much time to get out to the post office, but I will get that out to you ASAP. Congratulations, Jeff. I know you were just in here. I'm pretty positive you still are. Yes, you are. Excellent. Thank you, Jeff. I'm just going to write your name here so I know who this goes to. Thank you so much, brother, for your support. I really appreciate it. Actually, I can leave that right there. And that's what I'll do. I'll pull these out. So we got a couple member giveaways as well. Yeah, we'll get that going here in a moment. My old job, I used to have one day off during the week, and when I had that one day off during the week, that's when I usually would ship stuff out. That's usually when I would go metal detecting, that type of deal. Now my new job that I started, a couple months ago or so, which has been great. I work Monday through Friday. I get weekends off. Now, unfortunately, right now during soccer season, every Saturday, which would be now my shipping day, I go detecting Sunday mornings typically. And Saturdays I would get out early to the post office and ship, but with soccer season right now, it's just been games every weekend. Sometimes makeup games, that type of stuff. Sometimes there's a couple games going on, so it's been tough. Sweet, Jeff already messaged me. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate that. That's awesome, Wendy. Jay Diggs history. What's going on, Jay? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you popping in. Let me get into here. We're going to take... actually, we're going to go like this. We're going to stop that screen, so it's just this one now. And then we'll do our member giveaway next. I got a couple of copper, same thing, copper rounds with silver Washington quarters instead of dimes, and a couple stickers to give away. So let's see. Let me share that screen here. And I've got the wheel of names for our members here. So for now, I'm just going to remove that for a second. Ohio Fred, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. We do actually. That is where we play Danimals, down over by on Myrix. Yes, that is where we play. We have our games. Those are old fields. They're super strict. I know that the owners of the league who run that league, if I know them very well, and I guarantee you, if I swung a detector over those fields, they would lose their minds. They don't. If it rains and it gets like sloppy on that field, they don't even allow anybody to play on their field. They cancel games so that the fields don't get torn up. They're so strict about their fields. That's part of the reason why they have gates there and stuff to keep everybody out. They have gates with locks, that kind of stuff. Yeah, they're definitely very protective of their fields out there. We don't even practice on those fields. We only play games there. We practice in different fields. We practice at like the elementary schools and the high schools and different fields because they don't even want us practicing on those fields. They're very meticulous about it, and they're used for game day only. But I wanted to right across from Star Driving now, where they have all those the big storage place was all woods. Man, I tried getting in there a few times. I wanted to get in there so bad to detect before they put those storage units in, but I never found the time to be able to get there. Because that would have probably been a great spot. Yeah, it is as bad as golf courses, most definitely. Most definitely. I used to work on a golf course, a couple of them actually, many years ago. Never had anybody come out, but the one of them that I worked on, I built like half of it. Was well before I metal detected, and I wish I would have metal detected that place before, because it was all forest along the side of state forest here, and I guarantee you there were old cellar holes that probably got ruined. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Definitely. Use like a hand digger only. That type of deal helps. And I think that was part of the reason, even I was mentioning the city of New Bedford earlier, doing away with metal detecting altogether. A lot of people were going out to the public fields and they were using like full-size shovels out there. Like bring a small shovel or use just a hand digger. I mean, for the most part, We're not digging huge holes. Do we need a huge shovel? Not really. Does it make it easier for us? Yes, it does. But you know, to use a hand digger and go like this and pop a little circle this big doesn't take that much effort. Yeah, there you go. Uh, farm fields over by old Agway, definitely online. Yeah, yeah. Oh wow. Oh, I didn't know that there was a fair over there. That's pretty cool. Interesting information. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, our detectors. You when you learn how to use your detector and pinpoint and get the holes. I mean, even with a big coil, you can kind of get that area down to like a 6-inch round hole. Sometimes we miss our targets too, but for the most part, and the smaller coil you use, you should be able to pinpoint these targets very easy to not make a giant hole. Yeah, yeah. I agree about that too. Hand diggers can make more of a mess than a bigger shovel. Um, they do, especially depending on the type of turf it is, depending on the type of ground it is. Yeah, sometimes you do. You use the hand digger and you go around and you flop it over, and thing falls apart. Where with a bigger shovel, you make a little bigger of a hole, but it's a nicer plug. And being working on the golf course and landscape and that type of deal in the past, it is the more of an area that you make, the more chance that that plug is going to survive and be good. Actually, oh, it might have been where the airport is. It might be where the airport is. Absolutely. What's going on, Ben? Thank you for stopping in. It's good to see you here. I hope you and Rebecca and the family are doing well. Glad you could stop by and say hello. Yeah, that's absolutely true too, Grandma Kelly. Absolutely, and you're right. People do get less cranky about it because they see a big shovel and they're like, "What is this person doing? What is going on here?" That is absolutely right, Alicia. Make it look like you were never there, no matter what you're doing. Even in the woods, even in the woods. Thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate that. Um, even in the woods and stuff, I fill my holes. We had a club hunt with my club, and the owner didn't really care too much about, filling in because he was turning the fields and stuff anyhow. He hadn't yet planted, but I still made it a point to make sure I told everybody to fill in your hole. Hey, listen, still don't leave a hole. It's a lot harder to dig the hole than it is to take the dirt and just throw it back in the hole and fill it. Make it look like you were never there. You know. Yep. And that's so true too. You do. You have a small hole like this, and if that thing is like a little loose or whatever, you get like a dry day where it doesn't set in good, um, and a mower goes by. Yeah, it's going to lift it up because it's a lot less weight. It's a lot less. You might take this much soil out, where the big shovel you take out bigger soil. Now you have a bigger, heavier plug. It's not going to just get sucked up and get out of there. It's so true. That's definitely that too. If you have some that's shallow ground, or you can use a pinpointer first, you can pinpoint. You can stick in your trowel, and you make a really tiny little thing. That's it. And that too, Alicia. Definitely, if you have a small target or a big target, that definitely can make your decision on whether you make a smaller or a bigger hole. Excuse me. Yep. Yep. One of the biggest compliments from landowners when they can't see where you've been. Um, Brian and I went to a house that we went to a few times. We had permission to. Then we took kind of like a long break from that place, and we went back again. I knocked on the door and I asked the guy. I said, "Hey, it's been a little while since we've been here." Because at one point he didn't care. He said, "Oh, you could just come by." Yeah, no problem. Just come by. Um, but because we took a little bit of a break, I said, I said, I would like to, I wanted to knock on the door and make sure that it was okay with you still. And he said, yeah, I don't see why not. He said, you know what? You guys don't seem to leave any evidence behind, is exactly what he said. You don't seem to leave any evidence behind. So absolutely go right to it. Just saying that, hey, saying that we did a good job of covering our tracks of, when he mowed the lawn after and he went to clean up, he couldn't tell where we were digging, which is a great thing, It is. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what makes it, feasible for the next person to come along, for people to keep looking at this hobby and saying, hey, you know what? These guys are finding cool history. They're leaving no trace behind. They're doing a good job cleaning up. They're taking trash out of the ground. All the positive things that people can look at this hobby and not go, what's that person doing over there? They're metal detecting, they're digging holes, because people do. They get offended. They get see the stuff and they're like, what's going on over here? You know. Yep. All right. Member giveaway. I'm gonna do the first member giveaway here. I believe. Pardon me. I believe that should be everyone that's on my members list here. You do not have to be a member. You don't have to be a member. You do not have to be present if you're a member to win this member giveaway. So this one's going to be for members only. It's going to be for Walking Liberty Copper Round and a Silver Washington quarter, as well as a sticker or two. So I'm going to pop that back up on here, and I'll give like a minute before I spin that. You do not have to be present if you're a member, but what's next for Nokta? Well, right now, Nokta's in, where are they right now? They're having a big event in somewhere right now. Jeepers, I can't think of it. D'Souza is my last name. D'Souza, Desousa. If that's what you're talking about there, full half. But yes, Nokta does have some stuff coming out. I honestly, I do know, but I can't really say much until Nokta releases stuff. I'm definitely at, a place where I can't say things, but we do have some good stuff coming out, some stuff to look forward to. I'm excited for some of the stuff. I know that some stuff has been leaked out there about, one particular machine that's coming out, but they are always working on stuff. I can definitely tell you that. Nokta is an incredible company who does a ton of, testing with their machines. They do a lot of work to try to make a great machine. But yes, like Alicia said here, there's always stuff in the works. Good morning, workmen. Thank you for being here. Or actually, afternoon. It's afternoon here now in Massachusetts. But yes, there is good things coming. There's always good things coming. There's always things in the work with them. Sometimes they release machines and then very shortly after they're already working on other machines. A lot of the stuff that they work on, might be a year in secretive work before they really come out with stuff. They try very hard to make sure that when they release stuff that, all the kinks are worked out, because there's always kinks in every machine. We see it with every company out there. You watch like channels like Iffy Signals. Mike is a friend of mine. We've been out digging before, and he tests everything. He's a tester for all machines. And you see issues that he's had with machines like the Vortex. And it's guys like him that help every company, even with Nokta, to find out, okay, well, There is this issue or this thing that needs to be tightened up on this machine, that type of stuff. And, he tells those companies, listen, this is what I found. This is, needs to be fixed. So all that stuff is helpful. But it's always a long time in the works of working on stuff and trying to get stuff out that's a good product. Digger X in the house. Thank you for coming on by. I appreciate that very much. Let's do our first member giveaway. Walking Liberty Cop Around, silver Washington quarter, and some stickers. 40 likes. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it might be. Sometimes you need to reset it. Chris, thank you for being here. Hello there. Yeah, that happens sometimes. YouTube does funny things. I've never used it. It seems like a decent machine. I've actually seen Mike, if he signals, use that machine, and it seems pretty good. I've never got my hands on one to have experience with it, to be honest with you. Yeah. Yep. If he's a great guy, he's very honest with everything that he touches, everything that he uses, which is a fantastic thing. Yeah, no problem, Ben. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a good weekend. Wicked happy hunting, my brother. Hopefully we'll see you soon. But yeah, if he's just a great person. He does a lot of great testing, and he's very honest. Very honest person. He'll tell you straight up, hey, this machine needs this machine needs that. This machine's great. It does good here, but it doesn't do good here. I like to take his word for it. If he's a great guy. So yeah, he's got a lot of great videos for everything. All right, let's spin for the members giveaway. Good luck to everybody. Let's get this wheel rolling for member giveaway. And who we have? It's going to be close. You do not have to be present. I don't believe he's in here right now. But if anyone hasn't checked out Hoosier Metal Detecting, please do. Stu is an awesome guy. He's got a good channel. He finds a lot of great stuff. I really have been enjoying his videos. He's one of my newer members on the channel here. And congratulations, Stu. I will write this down here, and I will get in touch with you. Congratulations. Yeah, Paystreak is definitely brutally honest, which is a great thing. I think it's a great thing. He is definitely brutally honest. He's a good dude too. He's funny as heck, and he does a lot of testing with a lot of different things as well. Do I think single frequency is better than multi? No. I don't think so, but as Full Half said there right below, it has its place. There's something definitely to be said about single frequency. Do I think it misses targets? No. But I think multi-frequency, the technology it has, I think it hears stuff better. I think where, especially in certain scenarios, maybe soil type, maybe the amount of, iron or junk targets that are in the ground, I think multi-frequency works way better than single frequency. He does work in really hot soil. I think that my Simplex Plus that I used that thing for a few years, or a little longer than that. I think it was like 3.5 years. I used my Simplex Plus for, And there were times where I went out with guys that were all using multi-frequency machines that I would absolutely do way better than them. They weren't finding it. I remember one time a good friend of mine that went over a target, and let me blow this back up here. He went over. Travis says no. He went over a target that was very similar tone on his machine. It was a Knox, where he said, "It sounds like a token that you just found," because we were listening to each other's signals. And he said, "I want you to come over this and hear it." So he was swinging over with his Knox 800, which he knew that machine very well. So it's got a good tone. It sounds like a token. I went over it with with my simplex single frequency compared to his multi-frequency. I went over it and went, "Dude, it sounds like iron to me." And he looked at me and was like, "Really?" He's like, "This thing, I don't know, it's coming out really good." So, and I could hear it on his machine, and it did sound good, had a good tone. I said, "I don't know, I think you might be disappointed. It sounds like iron." He dug it up, and it was iron. And he was like shocked. And he even bought a simplex that day. But I was like crushing it with my simplex up this place. This was up in upstate New York at one of the Dig Stock events. I was doing so good. I was crushing it, finding all kinds of stuff, coins, tokens, relics, all natural stuff. And yeah, for some reason that single frequency did way better on that target than his multi-frequency. So I guess they have their ups and downs, but for the most part, overall, I think multi-frequency is better. Yeah, I think multi-frequency is better. You almost need it for certain things for beach. Yeah, right there. You almost need it for beach. In dry sand, single frequency would be good. In wet sand, single frequency is not good. If you go out to the ocean and you get that saltwater mineralization, any single frequency machine is going to start to chatter. It's going to start to, you're going to get a lot of ghosted signals that aren't there. And you're not going to see that stuff with multi-frequency. Yeah. High EMF single frequency work a little better too, Jeff. Absolutely. I have one place near me that's big fields. Every machine there that I've ever brought in there and friends, like they chatter like crazy. This place gets so much EMI, it's ridiculous. But if I take the Legend out of multi-frequency and I put it in single 10 kilohertz, it's so quiet and works so good inside the EMI. It's ridiculous. So clear. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Hopefully it clears up. Hopefully you can get out and swing that triple score, because that's a great machine, man. Yep, definitely, Joe. Nokta Legend team, absolutely skillful. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Small, deep coins. Yeah, small, deep coins. Geez, you would probably, I mean, it's gonna change different. Yeah, I agree. Full half, absolutely. Small, deep coins, it's going to vary on your ground. I mean, if you have a lot of trashy area, it's going to be tough to punch deep into the ground. You're going to want something that has great recovery speed, and sometimes a little less sensitivity and clarification in the ground helps punch a little deeper. Start using my Manicore and picking up the hum of a nearby power lines. My buddy's using Legend. He did not get that hum. Yeah, some machines definitely haven't, react a little different. The Legend definitely seems to be one of the cleaner machines at that particular place I was just telling you about. I've had tons of people there with the Knox, with the Manicore actually too, with the Deus. And the Legend is one of the cleanest sounding machines in multi-frequency. Like I mentioned, when I'm there, it's probably 30 to 50 feet from where power lines are on the edge of the fields. Once they get out there, every machine is fine. But a certain area, it's really bad. But if I put it in single frequency, it completely goes away. Um, but I've been able to work through multi-frequency and kind of deal with the chatter a little bit. But it does, you have to go over a signal a bunch of times to make sure it's a signal and not just the EMI, because sometimes you do. Sometimes you hear it and it's like a from the EMI, and you think it's a good signal, and you dig down and you're like, what the heck? There's nothing. I'm not pinpointing, everything kind of disappeared. You swing over it again, you don't hear anything, and that's probably the EMI interference that's definitely messing you up there. Let me see. All right. I've removed Hoosier from the wheel. And we're going to do our other giveaway here. We're going to get ready to get off here very soon. Yeah, it does boil down to knowing your machine. Absolutely. Yep. It's, I always say that with my Simplex Plus. I used that thing for 3.5 years, and I knew it so well that I literally didn't dig much trash anymore. I could just tell what a good signal was, what a bad signal was, and I listened to tone. The VDI scale, I can't say enough how much that every machine, it's a guideline. You know, people say, hey, what about, you know, what's my gold VDIs going to be? If I'm looking for gold rings, dude, it could be anywhere. I've had gold ring up a 19 VDI. I've had gold ring up a 35 VDI. On the Simplex, I had a 53 VDI gold ring, and I had a 21 VDI gold ring. It all depends on the size of it. It all depends on a lot of different scenarios, changes. So you can't always go by VDI, but if you listen to that tone and you get that steady tone, and that doesn't change. Obviously, if the VDI stays steady, it's probably a good target or a non-ferrous target. If that VDI jumps from an 18 to a 35 to a 47 and back down, that's when you start to go, okay, that's super duper jumpy. It's probably junk. Not always, too. It could be that it's a non-ferrous target and a square nail in the same hole. Sometimes it makes a difference, and you have to use that judgment and kind of go for it. But for the most part, if a VDI is very jumpy and varies a lot, it's usually not good, even if the tone is good. And typically the tone is probably going to be very loud, where it's a very large object or something like that. But yeah, make a little circle around it, check it all the way around. And I've had signals too where I've done that, where it sounds really good one way, it almost disappears, or it doesn't sound good the other way, and you find an aux knob or something, or you find something that is cool. It does happen, but for the most part, it's probably junk. Yeah, we walk around it and really listen to it. So I do use the LG35 for the Legend. I love it, to be honest with you. For a little while, I didn't take it off at all. For a little while, I had that coil on there, and I had a hard time taking it off. Pardon me. But I've been digging a lot of cellar holes and in the woods lately, so I've been using the smaller coils. But out in the fields and stuff, man, that LG35, I love it. You just get a lot of ground coverage. You get a little deeper punch into the ground. It's fantastic for sure. Pinpointing with it, I don't use the pinpointer feature, but even walking around in a circle, it can be a little tough to dig a small hole with that. I have to get a little more used to it, but it is absolutely awesome. Absolutely, you can donate a silver Washington to my next giveaway. I might actually do another. I'm going to do a member giveaway, and then I'm going to do another viewer giveaway for everybody. So why don't we add that to the next one? We'll do that. Yeah, you got that right. You are darn right about that. Let's see. So let me make sure I got my wheel of names. Yeah, I do have my wheel of names right here. Um, so I'm going to do another member giveaway here. Once again, you do not have to be present to be a member, but we got 17 people on the wheel. I did remove one that already won. So this one's going to be for a Peace Dollar copper round, some stickers, and a 1956 silver Washington quarter sticker. At least one. I think I got, like I said, I got a couple more. So, excuse me. I'll make sure there's more in there. I'll probably even send some other ones if I have some other stickers from other channels, that kind of stuff. Let's see. So let's add this back on the stage. And yeah, let me set this up for our next member giveaway. I really appreciate everybody, whether you're a member or not. Obviously, it's 99 cents a month to become a member of the channel, and I really appreciate the extra support. It helps me to be able to, buy silver rounds and stickers and different things. So, yeah, that's awesome, Brian. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely, when we go out digging in the morning, we'll do that. That'd be perfect. So let's do this next member giveaway. Good luck, everybody. And here we go. Underway. And it looks like Dispatch TV. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. If you haven't checked out Dispatch's channel, please do. Let me just write down on the thing here. So sometimes I don't write the stuff down and I think I'm going to remember it. And then I have to go back and watch everything to see. Oh, Annie's in the house. Awesome, awesome. I may or may not have your information already. I feel like I do, but just send me an email over again real quick just to make sure, please, so that I have your correct information. And let me see what we got here. But if you haven't checked out Dispatched or any other channel on here, please do. Let's see. Which one are we going to do? I have... see, can I do, let me see. Thank you so much, brother. 12 months. Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see. So I'm going to take the wheel of names off of here because those are the member giveaways for the day. We're going to do this. I'm going to do that. And we're going to start. There we go. We're going to start doing hashtag Wicked for the next giveaway. This is for everybody in chat. Okay, so this one is going to be for everybody in chat. Start hashtagging Wicked. It's going to be for stickers. It's going to be, Brian said from Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is going to donate a silver quarter. And then just trying to figure out which one. Make sure you hit the hashtag Wicked. Make sure you click write hashtag Wicked, not just Wicked. There we go. Trying to decide which one. We'll do the Morgan. That's what we'll do. All right. I had a couple different ones. I was trying to figure out which one we'll do. So we'll do the Morgan copper round. Looks like the Morgan silver dollar. We'll do a Morgan copper round. Some stickers. And then Brian's going to donate a silver Washington quarter for that as well. So add that back in. Thank you so much, Grandma Kelly. Really appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. Grandma Kelly is probably like the biggest supporter of all YouTube. She's absolutely amazing. Great channel, really fun. Always posting content, so you can't miss stuff that she has. Get on there and enjoy it. Just a wonderful person, really, guys. So if you haven't checked her out for some reason, please do. There you go. Just pull the 61 out of the silver drawer. Awesome. All right. That's cool. Full half. So if we pull your name, we'll send it to Grandma Kelly. We can do that, brother. Thank you. So I'll give you plenty of time to make sure you hashtag Wicked to get in there for a Morgan Copper round. Thank you, everybody. Really, Morgan Copper round stickers and a silver Washington quarter being donated from Brian from Silver Assassin Metal Detecting. So make sure, for some reason, if you're not subscribed to Brian too, you have to. You have to do that. One of my partners in detecting crime here. We're gonna head out tomorrow morning and hit some cellar holes in the morning before my barbecue, and hopefully we find some great stuff. Pokey Rage Official, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming in, man. Oh, dude, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, brother. Guys, this is one of my boys, one of my favorite channels from Pokemon in my other card channel that I have. I haven't been doing a lot with my Everything Wicked channel. I do have some stuff coming up for it soon, but Pokey Rage Official is one of the greatest channels, guys. And if you're into cards, you're into Pokemon and stuff like that, you have to check him out, dude. Such a good man, such a good person, dude. Thank you so much. I hope you are too. Been a little bit. Yeah, I got some stuff. I'm working on some stuff. It's been tough finding Pokemon in the wild, dude. It's been really hard. I've been slowly catching a couple of things, and I've been slowly grabbing some stuff. I have some booster packs back here. I got a couple boxes in my closet. I'm just waiting to build up some inventory and go live and rip some stuff. But it's been tough lately. It's been tough. Anytime that there's a drop of cards, they get wiped out so quick. It's ridiculous, man. I used to be really good on being on top of it, and they're even dropping stuff at different times. And you get there and it's just gone. So yeah, it's been so difficult. There was a drop the other day at Walmart, and I went in with my son to do some grocery shopping, and that was the first thing my son Logan said. He was like, oh, Dad, they have Pokemon, but there was barely anything there, There was barely anything there. Oh, Pokey Rage, dude. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Dude, you're absolutely awesome. Jenna, thank you for getting in there. What's dispatch? Do you want to plan on meeting up with you and Brian this year? Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Let's do that. Rage. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate that. Target has been okay. If you catch Target on a Friday, they're doing okay. And one of the things that they've been doing is limiting everybody. So Walmart doesn't limit. So you get all these scalpers and people that are going to Walmart, and they'll spend $300-400 and wipe out the shelves. And then they start to sell the stuff on Marketplace, and they bring them to flea markets and stuff like that. And then they charge double, dude. And it sucks. It sucks to do that. But Target, they're limiting 1 to 3 items. GameStop started limiting 1 item per customer and stuff like that to try to eliminate the scalping going on and stuff, because it's tough. But Target, every Friday, my Target near me, they stock up. So wow, that's crazy. What the heck? If you find stuff in storage lockers, that must be good, man. That's pretty amazing. I'm a huge collector. You can see all the Pokemon stuff I have behind me. I love it. Right, right. See you on Friday, brother. Come on down. Target in Taunton, dude. Every Friday morning they stock, man. You know, they stock every Friday morning. Sometimes I just can't always get there. It's tough. Member for 16 months. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, and I love the older stuff, to be honest with you. And it's kind of weird that people don't buy them up there. What the heck? I love the older stuff. If I can get a hold of the older stuff, man, I would scoop that stuff up over a lot of the more modern stuff just to keep for my collection. I love, keeping stuff sealed if I can. I do have a lot of sealed stuff that I basically refuse to open. I don't want to open because it does retain value in the future. Gold and silver is the way to go, especially with the prices these days, right? I know gold here right now is like over $3,000 an ounce, man. That's a lot of money, you know. Yep, yep, absolutely. Wow, that's interesting. Interesting. That's good to know. Um, all right, let's keep hashtagging Wicked. If you haven't hashtag Wicked yet, please do so. And we'll get going on this wheel of names here for the last giveaway of the day before we pop out of here. Oh, wow, wow, that's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah, all the prices are up right now. And you just never know whether they're going to go up or down. But I mean, they're at such a high right now. I can't see them going much higher. But 5 grams OG flour. Wow, wow, that's pretty darn good. That's cool. That's fun too. It's different. That's really cool. It's a fun time. All right, hashtag Wicked. Hashtag Wicked for Morgan Copper Round, Silver Washington Quarter, and some stickers. Some old Wicked Digger stickers. Probably get some from Brian as well. We'll give you like one more minute and then we'll pull that. And then I'm going to bounce out of here, get some lunch for me and my kids. And then I have to go to my neighbor's house to work on his lawnmower for him. So he actually just messaged me. That's too funny. We'll get that going. Really appreciate you all being here. What time have we got? Well, yeah, I went on a little longer than I was actually expecting, which is good. Sometimes it just happens. I enjoy the chat, enjoy the get together with everybody, especially a last minute live that I decided to do, and you guys are all being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it is always something to do, Phil. My neighbor's been asking me for a few days now. I actually have two people who've been wanting to work on my mower. So he's got his sister's lawnmower he borrowed at his house and it broke on him. So he's like, dude, I got to fix this thing. I don't know what's wrong with it. So I'm going to go check that out for him, get that running for him. And then I have another gentleman that actually I metal detect his farm. And he's got 2 mowers. And one of them has a motor that he said is not very good anymore. And he wants to do maybe a motor swap from one to the other. So he's been dying for me to get over there too. But, it's just a tough time of year right now with soccer going on. My kids do soccer. I coach both their soccer teams. So between practice and games, and then the past week, my older son started trying out for a club team. So now we're doing even more practicing. We've been doing tryouts. So it's been like Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. It's just been consumed with soccer. So, which is great. I absolutely love it. I played soccer most of my life. I love coaching it. I've been having such a good time. There's a good possibility that I'm going to coach for this new club league too, which is absolutely awesome. Anybody? Need some Batman cards from the 80s, both red and yellow, a few unopened packs. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, we do a spring travel team right now, which luckily we have a few more games the rest of the season, and every single one of our games the rest of the season are at home. But the club team travels a lot, and that's what we're working on now. It's a brand new club. They literally just started a couple, 3 weeks ago, and I just heard about it. I happened to see it scrolling through Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, a new club in the area." They're doing free tryouts till the middle of June, and so they're not doing my younger son's age yet until they get more established. But they are doing my oldest son's age. So I asked him if he wanted to do it. He said, "Let's go try," and it's been fun. It's been fun. He's been enjoying it. And being that it's just started this club, I've been talking to the owners a lot, and so I'm trying to get my foot in to be a coach for this club, because it would be fantastic to move up and even my coaching level from kind of recreational and travel into a club team. I feel like I'm a decent player. Obviously, I'm getting old now. Don't play like I did when I was younger, but I still play a lot. I played on a men's league last year. I go out in the yard to kick the ball around with my kids. Whenever I have soccer practice with my teams, I'm very active with these guys. I go out there and I kick the ball around with them at full pace. I mean, at the end of practice, I'm drenched in sweat because, trying to teach these kids to really put in a lot of effort and practice at match pace kind of stuff. So it's been a lot. It's been great and wonderful. That's cool. I have actually some Batman cards from back then too. Nice. Good luck. I hope you find some awesome silver out there. And I'm about, I'm about to pull this hashtag wicked. So good luck to everybody. Hashtag wicked here. Bam. Here we go. Good luck. Good luck. Keep your package to yourself. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. I hope you find something amazing. And either way, have a great day. Workman's Adventures. Are you in the house? Just let me know. Let me know that you are here, my friend. I'll put your name on here. Yeah, I can't remember if the ones that I have, the Batman ones, are 80s or 90s, but I think that they're 80s originals too. And I think they're red cards. Workman's awesome. You're here. Thank you so much. Send me your information through my email, please, or through Facebook. Which on Facebook, everybody, if you do not follow me on my Facebook is Digging with Wicked Digger on Facebook. If you haven't followed me there, please follow me, Digging with Wicked Digger on Facebook. That page has been growing great. We're almost at 2,000 followers there. And I will definitely be doing some giveaways there soon, as well as here. So, I've been trying to do a lot of work with the Facebook page, a dozen Facebook pages. That's awesome. I've been trying to do a little more there. It's been fun. Pardon me. It's been fun doing it. There's been, I post a lot of pictures there, little clips, videos, reels, that type of stuff. And it's been fun. I've been enjoying it a lot. So, and I thank you all to everybody who does follow me there. Thank you everybody for being here today. I was going to go on for an hour and I started at 11. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. So, I always do that. I always set like, all right, I'm going to go on for an hour. And then I just really enjoy the interaction and love being here with everybody. So I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be here. It means a lot to me. It really does. Thank you to everybody so much. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate it. So I'm going to sign off here. Thank you so much. And keep an eye out for the next live. I'm going to try to post it a little more ahead of time and really schedule a time in. because the next one we'll be doing more rounds, more stuff. As I smack my microphone again, I'll be giving away an AccuPoint pinpointer on the next one, and who knows what else. So we have a little time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Wendy. I really appreciate it. Evan, thank you everybody for being here. Jay, thank you so much. Jeff, really appreciate it. Congratulations to all the winners. Yodi, thank you so much. And everybody, once again, if you see all these channels here, please check them out. There's nothing like sharing the love, checking out other channels if you haven't already. You find out that, whether it's metal detecting or not, a lot of these channels that, like Pokey Rage Official, like Three Good Nerds, these are all amazing people that I follow on my other channels that, you all might find out, hey, I really enjoy watching something different. I used to collect cards, or I still collect cards or comic books or whatever the case may be. I know when I started out metal detecting and creating content, I was like stuck in this tunnel vision of only watching metal detecting stuff. And then all of a sudden I started branching out, and finding all these other channels and being like, wow, there's really amazing people out there, amazing other channels. I really enjoy watching a variety of different things. So thank you all so very much. Definitely check each other out. And I really appreciate being here. So wicked happy hunting, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thank you so much again, everybody. Peace out.